When Michael Jordan was at his peak in the NBA, rarely did the Chicago Bulls lose a game. In this video, let's have a look at Revenge Jordan. These can show and help sum up the many reasons why MJ is believed and recognized to be the undisputed GOAT of the NBA. 6. Michael Jordan's first ever NBA revenge game. It was just the 5th game of his pro career, but the Bulls rookie Michael Jordan was already a nationwide phenomenon. He was all over TV and radio news, newspaper, and magazine covers. Everyone, whether the Bulls played, wanted to take a glimpse of the new global sports sensation. In Denver, on November 1st, 1984, the spectacular rookie had to face one of the best NBA perimeter defenders of that time, the Nuggets shooting guard T.R. Dunn. The 6'4" Nuggets defense specialist was voted to the NBA All-Defense team 3 times in a row, 1983 to 1985, and was known across the league for his stiff perimeter defense and excellent rebounding. As expected, from the very start of the showdown in the McNichols Sports Arena, Dunn played stiff defense on Jordan, but already then, at the very beginning of his pro career, MJ feared no one. MJ knew that Dunn would be just another test of his skill set and abilities. He was confident that he could stick the jumper over Dunn whenever he wanted. Alongside scoring, MJ displayed a great ability to spot up the open teammates and accurately distribute the ball at the right moment. As athletic as he ever was, MJ knew he could go to the basket at will. On several occasions, that frontal attack led him straight toward the Nuggets' leading shot blocker, 6'10" center, Wayne Cooper. When Cooper rejected one of his shots from the lane, MJ recuperated, regained possession, and went for a reverse layup. Next time down the floor, Jordan set up the play. When Quinton Daly's shot was rejected, Jordan came up with another offensive board, which resulted in yet another great play. With Nuggets power forward Calvin Nat trying to block his shot from the lane, Air Jordan suddenly suspended in the air, switched hands, and went for a spectacular left-handed layup. That night, the Nuggets handed out the Raging Bulls their second loss of the season by winning the high-scoring affair by 113 to 129. Nat led all scorers by scoring 31 points on 11 of 15 shooting from the field. This was just one of 9 games of Jordan's rookie career in which MJ scored 19 or fewer points. MJ scored 17 points on 7 of 15 shooting and added 5 boards, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block shot. But being known for his tremendous competitiveness, thriving to be the best in whatever he does, MJ certainly didn't forget this November loss in Denver. When the Nuggets visited the Chicago Stadium on January 14, 1985, Jordan was on top of his game. Facing Dunn and Bill Hanslick again, MJ torched the Nuggets with 35 points on 11 of 16 shooting, completing the triple-double with 14 boards and 15 assists, en route to an easy 113 to 122 Bulls win. 5. Michael Jordan revenge play for his shot being blocked. After Michael Jordan left the Chicago Bulls, he came back and played for the Washington Wizards for 2 seasons. Jordan was 40 years old and still had plenty of game left in him. Jordan went for a shot that was blocked by Ron Artest and recovered by Ron Mercer. Mercer drives down the court to score a layup, and who is here to steal it back? That's right, Michael grabs the ball in mid-flight with 2 hands off the backboard. Not in my house. 4. Michael Jordan getting revenge on Gary Payton for trash talk.
Well, let's see. Well, we leave the hat trick. Controlled by Jordan. And now the foul with 3 and 7/10 seconds remaining. Oh, Payton and Jordan having some words, face to face.
And beating him down a little bit.
The glove. I had no problem with the glove.
Hall of Fame point guard Gary Payton said Chicago Bulls legend Michael Jordan provided him with a welcome to the NBA moment while playing his rookie season with the Seattle Supersonics. Payton wrote in the Players Tribune about MJ getting revenge for some preseason trash talk. He noted Jordan remembered the glove's comments while battling Bulls teammate B.J. Armstrong in an exhibition contest and then took over in the team's first regular season meeting. "Leave the effing rookie to me," Jordan told Armstrong. After getting Payton in early foul trouble that forced him to the bench for an extended stretch, he walked over late in the game and said, "That, you talking in preseason? That is the real, right there. Welcome to the NBA, little fella." As Payton pointed out, this all happened in 1990, before the Jordan legend really began to grow. The Bulls won the first of their 6 NBA championships in 1991. The stalwarts of 1990s NBA basketball battled a lot over the years, including the 1996 NBA Finals, in which the Bulls edged the Sonics in 6 games. Yet, Peyton told Mark J. Spears of Yahoo Sports in 2013 his toughest defensive assignment was longtime Utah Jazz star John Stockton, not MJ. Those battles with Jordan were a little easier. I would have Jordan get mad at me and go back at me. He knew he was talented and could do whatever he wanted to. But Stockton was more of a challenge to me than guarding someone that would talk back to me. When you talk back to me and say something to me, it made my game go to another level. John was one who wouldn't say nothing, and you couldn't figure him out. He'd keep going in the pick and rolls, and he and Karl Malone would score a big bucket. At times, I would guard Jordan and get him mad and into other things. The Oregon State product ended up getting his first and only NBA title with the Miami Heat in 2006. He added the championship to a resume that included 9 all-defensive first-team selections, 9 All-Star Game nods, and 2 appearances on the All-NBA First Team. Meanwhile, Jordan was named the league's most valuable player 5 times and is still widely regarded as the greatest basketball player in history. 3. Michael Jordan, the con man, revenge on Jeff Van Gundy.
He cons him by inviting him to his movies. He cons him with the commercials. He pretends to enjoy guys and like them and befriend them.
In case you haven't heard the story before, a few days before this game, Jeff Van Gundy said in a radio interview that Jordan sometimes tries to con his opponents by befriending them off the court, only to torch them on it. Well, Jordan saw Van Gundy's words on Chicago newspapers and was more than ready to take revenge. Here are some interesting facts about the game. Knicks were #1 defensive team in the NBA in 1996-97, measured by points allowed per 100 possessions. Jordan had another 50-point game this season, which was against Miami Heat. Not surprisingly, Miami was the #2 defensive team that year. In addition to scoring 58% of the Bulls' points, Jordan also guarded Allen Houston the entire game, totally frustrating him in the process. Houston missed 12 of their first 13 shots, finished 5-18. Bulls scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. Jordan scored 12 of them and assisted the other 2, a dunk by Caffey. Jordan shot 18 for 30, 60% from the floor. The rest of the team was 16 for 46, 35%. Jordan went 5 for 8 from 3-point range. The other Bulls were 3 for 17 from beyond the arc. 2. Michael Jordan got revenge after former Bullet LaBradford Smith's career night in 1993. LaBradford Smith had a mostly forgettable career after the Washington Bullets selected the Louisville guard with the 19th pick of the 1991 NBA draft, but he'll always have March 19, 1993. That's the night he erupted for a career-high 37 points against the Chicago Bulls at Chicago Stadium, a performance that left Michael Jordan feeling so embarrassed that he set out to match Smith's total in the first half of the team's rematch, the following night at Capitol Center. His airness fell 1 point short. The story of Smith's career game and Jordan's revenge 24 hours later was featured in Sunday's 8th episode of The Last Dance, ESPN's 10-part documentary that focuses on the 1997-98 Bulls. It's a perfect example of Jordan's unmatched ability to motivate himself, sometimes inventing slights in his mind where none exist. The shots were just falling for me. Smith, whose previous career high was 22, told reporters after making 15 of 20 shots in Washington's 140-99 loss at Chicago. It happens like that sometimes. Hopefully it'll happen like that more often. I don't say nothing to Jordan. Leave him alone. In the first couple of quarters, he was helping out a lot, defensively on other Bullets, and I was getting a more wide-open shot. Jordan finished with a team-high 25 points, despite missing 17 of his first 21 shots. He was more concerned with his defensive effort against Smith. That was a very embarrassing situation for me, Jordan said. Evidently, I didn't respect the guy, and he's certainly capable of putting up some numbers, and he did. Offensively, it wasn't going for me, and I let that affect my defense effort. And that's something I will improve on Saturday. I look forward to the challenge. No matter the source of his motivation, Jordan was dialed in the next day at Capitol Center, and he made his first 8 shots in the opening 6 minutes. I certainly wanted to come back and redeem myself, Jordan said. What I wanted was to score all 37 that he gave me Friday in the first half. That free throw I missed in the final seconds of the half was it. Jordan had 36 points at halftime and finished with 47 despite sitting for the entire fourth quarter. The Bulls won 126-101. He said he wanted 37 points by halftime, Scottie Pippen said afterward. I told him go for 60. Even Jackson, the Bulls' coach, didn't mention a locker room conversation with Jordan the previous night, but he noticed Jordan was playing with an edge. 1. Michael Jordan vowed revenge at Celtics Antoine Walker after opening day upset. According to former Boston Celtics head coach Rick Pitino, Antoine Walker celebrated in front of Jordan after their opening day upset, and Jordan vowed to get revenge. In the opening night of the 1997-98 season, the young Celtics squad stunned the Bulls 92-85. Walker, who had 31 points that night, was pumped that they were beating the legendary Bulls squad. As any young gun would do, Walker unleashed his signature shimmy dance, which Jordan didn't like very much. Per Steve Bulpett of the Boston Herald, Pitino shared this story. "I'll never forget as long as I live. We were going back to the locker room, and Michael Jordan is yelling at Antoine. The coach says he's screaming at him and swearing at him, and I said, 'Holy, what happened there?' Then the assistant coaches explained to me that apparently Antoine was shimmying and dancing, and Michael started screaming, 'Anton, you won't be dancing when you come to Chicago.' He kept saying it, and I said, 'Oh.' Of course, Jordan got his revenge. In their next meetings, the Bulls manhandled the Celtics by 10, 11, and 23 points. It's another great story of someone talking trash to his airness and getting hushed. Walker's shimmy was understandable, but his big mistake was that he let Jordan see it. He should have done it privately or not at all.